Last time I pretty much got the whole engine assembled. I'm gonna put the old block in its final resting place for now, and then we'll pop these off and put them on the new block. The intercooler support. New oil on this seal before we slap it in. Alright, we can just go right on here. Little stability mount right there. Always laughing at me. Alright. I'm just gonna turn it over a couple times and make sure I don't hear anything. Sounds fine. Putting in the laser iridium NGKs. We should be able to go right in with these guys. Connect our coils up. Spark plugs are in. Before we get the motor in, we have to get these out. They are actually supposed to be in the engine. These ones just got corroded and stuck in the transmission. I'm gonna put some heat on these and then hit them with one of these punches. Hitting them from the back is not working. I'm gonna just pound them on the front here. Heat it up a little bit more. There's one. Now I gotta get the cherry picker hooked up to this. I'm gonna go ahead and take these 14 mils off so we can get the clutch on. There we go. Rally tires here. Just as an extra precaution, our Ej257 RA clutch kit. There's our flywheel. A 24 mil socket fits perfect. Go ahead and get this up here. Oh. These need to be 55 foot-pounds, and we'll hit them in a cross and then a circle. We're gonna need something to hold the front though. Just snugging them up here. Make sure we get a nice even torque. Now we'll do our circle. Next thing I'm gonna do is just clean this thing off. It's got some like cardboard and some dust and stuff on it. Shop towel with a little brake clean. And we'll just clean up this mating surface here. Just like that. Find a clean spot on our shop towel. I've seen these pressure plates fail, so just take a good look at it, make sure it looks good. Try and go on just like this. Now we need to torque those down to about 12 to 15 foot-pounds. There's our cylinder 4 cooling mod. I got my throttle bearing. I can put some on these tabs up here. Grease on the tabs. And put a little grease around this too. Some on the splines. And we'll throw that on like that. And we'll put some on these tabs. I'll try and get them on both sides here. Shove this thing up in here, set it down just like so. We're gonna lube this thing up as well. Should just be able to slide this right in here. All right, that's all the way in. We got our cap here. I forget the torque on that, but I'll look it up here in a second. Here's our boot. Okay, our boot's in. We got our little spring here. Hook this up now. We're ready to drop it in. The engine's almost in. I did run into a small issue that I'm gonna take you down here and show you. This is how the motor mounts should look. They were really far off. They were hitting on this cross member here. So I went ahead and flipped that one, and that's actually the way it should be. And this is not the way it should be. So that needs to be flipped 180 to get that to fall into the engine mount slots. I'm actually a little surprised no one in the comments said I had these on the wrong way. Should pop right into the engine mounts now. There we go. Alright, now we just gotta go through and hook everything up. I do have to take out that secondary air pump valve, the connector for that. So I'm gonna actually work on that now before I go any further. This is the biometric pressure sensor that we need to cut this out and keep this. We could throw the whole thing back in there, but I'd rather just have this little sensor. I'm gonna try and use this soldering gun right here and just go around this outside. So as long as we stay on this outside little circle here, we should be good. Once you can kind of see the metal along this edge I've melted with the soldering gun, you can kind of just stick a screwdriver in here, start prying. All right, we kind of got it moving. It's just this back plastic holding this up. We got our sensor out. Little melt job. Here's our sensor. You got two little prongs back here. I'm gonna put a little bead of silicone on that, and I'll probably just wrap it in some electrical tape. A couple engine mount nuts to put on. While we're down here, there's a couple of these ground wires we gotta hook up. Got a little steel wool here. I'm just gonna clean it up. Put this thing back in here. Let's move to the other side, because the other side also has one. Do the same thing, pull it out, give it a little clean. I'm gonna get this AC in here. Clutch slave cylinder hooked back up. Steering back in. Just like that. Got a long bolt here. And then there's a short bolt under here. And then there is a problem bolt in the very back. Really hard to get to. Had to use the little swivel to get back there. It actually worked really good. Heater core line's connected. I just gotta move these clamps. Let's get this clamp down. Got all the fuel lines back on, just tightening them up right now. The next thing to go in is the alternator. Looks like we're right in there, man. There we go. Snug that up. And then we can plug our alternator in, plug our AC in. So we got a lock washer we need to put on the top. And then we can go right back on here. The only things we really have left is the downpipe, the intake, and the radiator, and the intercooler. I got a new filter for our intake here. All right. Go ahead and drop the radiator in. I think we're ready for that. should just click in, plug in our other radiator fan. I got the intake all bolted up, the new pipe. I do need to plug in the MAF sensor. Right there, MAF's plugged in. Now I need to get these radiator supports on. Next thing I want to do is get the downpipe on. Plug in this O2 sensor. We got our top mount. Going back in. Now we just gotta tighten up some of these clamps. We should be almost ready to start it besides some fluids. These don't need to be extremely tight, they just need to be snugged up. Then we can put back our intercooler mount. These Long John Silvers should do. Long John Silvers. There we go. Mount bolts for the intercooler back in. Put our battery back in here. Might be time for a new battery soon. Okay. Our new oil capacity should be about 6 to 6.5 quarts with that Killer Bee oil pan. I'm going in with some cheap Mobil 1 because I will be only putting about 200 to 500 miles on this oil before it gets some chafers. Alright, there's our cheap break-in oil. Go grab another quart of this. Take a peek here. Oh yeah, we're at the full mark. We can start this thing. Let me go grab some coolant. Ooh, it's blue. So I'll pull this fuse out and we shouldn't be getting any fuel. I wanted to crank this for a little while.
Many hours later.
Put our fuel pump fuse back in. Say a quick little prayer.
Thank you for providing us with the direct port nitrous.
Amen. We do have a few check engine lights, I'm assuming, from our delete. And X-Tool sent me this diagnostic tool to read them. Peep what they gave us here. And here's your OBD cable. You make an account and you have Wi-Fi. Let's do OBD2. So I just gotta do a little update. Clear, read trouble code, clear trouble code. Let's read. All O2 sensor related. That shouldn't be a big deal. Probably gonna be cat related since we're catless. I appreciate them sending me this. I'm sure it's gonna get a lot of use. Besides a small exhaust leak, everything's good. No leaks as of right now. Next time we should be going on our first test drive and maybe doing some exterior modifications. Make sure you got your notifications turned on and we'll see you next time. Peace out.